he has for adoration. You know, I mean, all these guys with their earphones and all that sort of thing, it's not about security, it's about making Brian look big, like a big man. Jesus Christ is mentioned twice, Brian Campbell's mentioned 102 times. Christians in New Zealand are sick of being identified with this man.
Tonight we're going to be starting the bracket of freestyles off with Neil Elliott in Maximum Destruction, a black version of Maximum Destruction. Even though it's the 2013 body, we're going to pretend it has some spikes on it right now. Maximum Destruction coming out here with some huge air, getting a wheelie right off of the bat. Neil Elliott's a really good driver, really good competitor, got some of the fastest times ever on Thunder Alley in racing. And he is just amped up to be out here for freestyle right now, getting straight up and down in the air, huge sky wheelie. The next hit is going to be all about distance, and he's landing hard on that rear end. Oh man, giving out there a little bit on the rear steer. But nonetheless, he's going to keep on going with his freestyle over the car stack, and he's going to try and get a wheelie right there. He's going to get it the second time though. Neil Elliott in need of a save here. Let's see what he can do. Putting it back onto all fours. Neil Elliott is going to keep going. But did he get RII? It looks like it. The truck has been refired. Neil Elliott is allowed to keep going. And he's going to go straight off of that ramp. Hitting it in reverse and getting some pretty decent air off of it. Going to put it in forward. And we're going to get going with this freestyle once again. Oh, it looks like he has a pop tire. Neil Elliott losing all air pressure in that right rear tire. We're going to see how it affects his freestyle run. We're going to see if he can still pull off some of those crazy saves he usually does in the season. Oh man, that wheel just comes completely off. There was just too much damage, and Neil's not going to be able to save it. That is going to be it from Neil Elliott. A tough break, but here at the World Finals, you just can't win them all. Mark McDonald looking to come out here in that black and red El Toro Loco. World Finals 16. Mark had a really good freestyle here. He actually almost did a backflip on that little jump to our left. Absolutely amazing if he would have landed it, but he couldn't do it. But we're going to see what he can do here. First jump, not getting exactly what he wanted out of it, I don't think, but he's going to come down for the second hit. He's got a lot of time on his hands right here with this freestyle, so, oh man, landing hard on the back end right there. Looks like he's going to come around for his next hit and try not to hit that little wall right there. Almost hitting the other little wall too. Going off of the wheelie jump right there and getting a nice wheelie out of it. Oh no, into trouble. He's going to put it back down onto all fours. Very nicely done. And on two wheels again, he put it back down. He's on two wheels again, and he put it back down. Mark McDonald coming out here with some really good momentum so far. Been having a pretty good season. Could have scored a little bit more points, but his truck has been failing on him a lot lately, and it just did amazing through that save right there. Oh, what's he doing here? Is he looking for a backflip? No, he's not going to go for the backflip yet. He's just teasing a little bit right now so far. Going into a save. Can he save it? He does. Very nice save from Mark McDonald right there. He's going to keep on going. He has a little bit of time left. And now it looks like he's looking for that backflip we were looking at earlier. And he's going to land on the side. He's going to pull some sidewalls out. Hopefully bring that thing back on all fours. Can he do it? No. Mark McDonald's run will end at that note. An unfortunate way to end the run, but he had some pretty good highlights in that freestyle. Chad Fortune in the chrome rendition of the Soldier Fortune truck. We're going to see what Chad can do out here at World Finals 16 here in just a second as he takes his first hit on this track. Coming out, that truck is looking beautiful tonight. Got all the lights working, got everything spick and shined up. And that chrome paint job is just looking sick on that truck right now. He goes off his first hit and, oh man, already getting a weird bounce from that truck. Looks like he's got a little bit of a cross thread right there, landing on the other side of the jump. And it looks like he's looking for something big right here. He's going to go off that racing lane a little bit to the side as well. Hitting jumps a little bit differently than other people. That's what the judges like to see, a little bit of variety. And he is definitely comboing this truck up every which way that he can. Chad Fortune has been wanting a win at the World Finals for years, He's had a lot of opportunities, but hasn't quite gotten there yet. I don't even think he's gotten too close. But you know what? There's... Oh my gosh, that one-wheel wheelie is going to send him into an amazing save! Chad Fortune's going to keep on going with the Soldier Fortune. I don't even remember what I was saying, but it doesn't matter because he just had an amazing save! Chad Fortune's going to keep on going. 2 awesome saves. All he has to do is fill some time on that clock. He's going to whip that thing into some donuts. Or at least 1 donut, it looks like. May have just taken a little bit of damage to the suspension right there. Trying to get a stoppie on the top of the platform right there. Couldn't quite get it. But now he's eyeballing that backflip ramp. We're going to see if he can stick it here in just a second. Very nicely done. A pretty good backflip right there. Getting a little bit onto 2 wheels in Thunder Alley right there. Chad Fortune's going all sorts of kinds of crazy. A really hard landing on that left side. That truck is staying together really well, though. Getting some air off of that. Oh, no! He's going to pull it into another save! 3 awesome saves for this run right here. Chad Fortune and Soldier Fortune is having an amazing run here at World Finals 16 on the T.Ray channel. Looks like he's going to get into some bad luck right there. Popping 1 of his tires, popping 2 of his tires on the left side of that truck. That is going to hurt his run, but he is going to sling that thing into some wicked cyclones right now. Chad Fortune going crazy for these fans. You know he's amped up in the cab of that truck, and he is very satisfied with that run. A very good run from Chad Fortune. If it takes the lead, be sure to put it in the comments below. Matt Paglio coming out here in the Jester, the World Finals 17 edition. Even though this is World Finals 16, we're going to let it pass. Matt Paglio been having a pretty good season. Everybody thinks that he got wheelies stolen from him by Mohawk Warrior at the BeamNG Center event, but I don't know. I mean, Mohawk Warrior had some pretty good wheelies, but here he comes to redeem himself here at the World Finals. Matt Paglio been having a pretty good season all in all. We're going to see exactly what he can do here in just a second. He's got a full freestyle, and you know he wants to go crazy for you guys. A wheelie into the jump right there. The fans love it when people run those wheelies right into jumps and just keep on going with their runs. Matt's getting a little bit on 2 wheels right there, but he didn't get too far. Wouldn't consider it a save, but I would consider it getting a little squirrely. Hard on that rear end right there. People have been wanting to do a stoppie like right up on that tip right there. A lot. I don't know why, but it seems like everyone wants to. In trouble! He's going to put that thing on all 4s. A very lucky roll right there for him. And he's going to keep on going. Probably going to pull it into a wheelie. There it is. And he's in trouble. The truck fails on him. He is not going to be... Well, maybe he will be able to save it. Over. Back over. They're going to let him keep going, it looks like. Oh, no, they shut him off, and that's going to send him over and into the wall. Matt Paglio not wanting to end his freestyle like that. But the World Finals is just so unpredictable that you never know what's going to happen. Cody Sayer coming out here in that F-150 Monster Energy monster truck. Those BKTs looking amazing on that truck right now, if I don't say so myself. Coming out here, he's going to take his first hit. Looks like he's going to go a little sideways. That's different from what we've seen, but I don't even know if he meant to hit it like that. Looks like he's going to come for his next jump. He's going to get some huge air. He's going to land on that platform right there. The other end of that tabletop. Now he's hitting the jump a little bit sideways again. Cody Sayer been having a pretty good season, and he's in trouble. Gonna put that thing into a save right before the backflip wall. Getting all sorts and kinds of crazy right there, but keeping it under control. Cody Sayer is a very good driver. He has not been in the seat that long, but you know what? He's been a crew chief in the sport for a long time, and he definitely deserves to be where he is right now. Onto 2 wheels again. He's going to put it back down onto all 4s. In real life, this was Cody Sayer's first World Finals, and he did really good here. And speaking of really good, that was really bad. He just lost that front left wheel. It's going to leave him in the handicap, but the axle hasn't broken and the suspension is still intact. Even though he is missing a wheel, He's going to be allowed to keep going. Oh man, into trouble, landing hard on that right side, and the left side gonna save him with that wheel off. He's gonna put that thing into some cyclones, it looks like. There's not much else that you can do right there. It's really hard to make a truck with so much damage do so much at a World Finals event, or any event in general. Oh, a hard hit for Cody Sayer there. RIM right there, and definitely gonna check if he's okay. The officials have gotten Cody out of the truck. He is okay, but that was a massive hit that he just took on the top of that roll cage. Coming out next here is Jimmy Creten and Bounty Hunter, a veteran in the sport, one of the guys who have innovated this sport and made it what it is today. Coming out here for his first hit. Looks like he's wanting to go big off that first ramp too. And he's going to get a pretty gnarly wheelie out of it, and he's going to pull it into a save after his first hit of the run. That is just classic Jimmy Creten right there. Rear steer giving out a little bit on that hit right there. Landing hard on that rear end. The left side taking some damage. And a crazy save! Just a few hits in on his run. Jimmy Creten already going crazy here at the World Finals, but he needs to fill the time. He has not been filling the time these past few years. It has been hurting him in his scores, and he just needs to fill some time. So if he can fill some time with those two crazy saves, he might have a chance. He might want to throw a backflip in there. He might want to do a lot of things. He might just want to save it again. Yes, Jimmy's going to do exactly that. Pull it into a wheelie afterwards. Amazingly done. And he's going straight for a backflip right here. And it looks like the truck is damaged. That suspension, they're not going to shut him off yet. They're going to put him into some sidewalls. He's going to keep on sidewalling, and that's going to be it for Jimmy Creten right there. Just could not pull it back over. Is not going to fill as much time as he really wanted to. And as a result, is probably not going to get that great of a score in the end. Black Stallion coming out here, driven by Voder Sr. He hasn't been at a World Finals in quite a while, but his son has been doing very good and actually won this World Finals. I wish his truck was in BeamNG, but this is a pretty good substitute. We got Black Stallion, the same team, and his father. Coming out for his first hit, Voder Sr. is definitely a veteran at the scene. His truck is actually the same age as Gravedigger is. He has been around just as long as the man, Dennis Anderson himself, pulling that thing into a wheelie. Voder Sr. has been very close to winning the World Finals in the past. We're going to see if he can pull something off here tonight and possibly win. Getting some nice air off of that jump right there. I don't know if we've seen it hit like that. That rear steer giving out quite a bit right there on the right side. Going to pull that thing into a wheelie. Very nicely done. Good opportunity to get on the gas right there. Getting a little out of shape. He's lost his checkered flag. I didn't even notice that. Going on to two wheels, and he's going to pull that thing into a nice save right there. Very clean. Voder Sr. is all about being clean on the track. Pulling some of the nicest saves and nicest wheelies, and he's going to try that right now. Oh my gosh, a stoppie from Voder Sr. You probably will never see that again, I promise. Getting a little crazy right there. The truck is going over on its sides into another wheelie, pulling out into another save. Voder Sr. keeping in on that gas and cranking on that steering wheel to keep that truck up on all fours. Looks like he's struggling to put that thing into some donuts, but finally gets it. Only sticking into one because he needs to go to the next obstacle. Putting it on two wheels, just smashing it into those jumps. Over on its lid. And did he get into the wall right there? They're going to say that was off bounds and that he can no longer go. His truck got a little bit too far out. The officials just weren't comfortable with it. Brian Wright coming out here and hooked tonight. We're going to see what he can do. Brian Wright getting a seat in the World Finals after Steve Sims Sr. His back started giving out and he had to give his driver's seat up to his son. So Brian Wright's going to come out here and get some huge air for his second hit of the freestyle. Very nicely done, landing hard on that rear end and pogoing a little bit. Going to come up for his next hit. He's going to get some pretty decent air, landing the left side on that little lip right there on the jump. Brian needs to get a little bit more momentum, I think. Other than that, his run is doing pretty good so far. Maybe a couple wow factors would also help him. He's going into a nice wheelie right there. Into a backflip already. Oh my gosh, almost over-rotating that thing. Riding a wheelie into the backflip wall and then putting it in reverse. Getting some pretty decent air off of that jump right there for how fast he hit it. Oh, hard landing on the rear end again. Looks like that truck is wanting to go on the two wheels, but just won't do it for him. Hard landing again. Hooked having a pretty good run out here, but I think he needs to pick it up a little bit right now. Oh my gosh, right as I say that, can he save it? Brian Wright going over. He's been RII'd, but he's back on all fours. The question is, will the officials be lenient on him right now and actually let him refire? I think they just did. Brian Wright is going to keep going. I don't think they see that his suspension is completely destroyed right now, though. I'm pretty sure they do right now, though, after that jump. They're going to shut him off. That is going to be it for Brian Wright. An awesome backflip. Good thing that he got 2 in there. 1 or 2. It was a really good run and probably going to go over good with the judges. FS1 Cletus coming out here, driven by Colt Stevens. This truck all chromed out for the World Finals and just in BeamNG in general for some reason. Looks like he's going to come out here for his first hit, just showing off that truck before he completely destroys it. In my opinion, that's what's going to happen. He goes pretty hard on his freestyles, and he's been having a really good racing season too. Colt Stevens is definitely one of the best drivers out there right now, actually. Coming out of the Doomsday truck into the Cletus truck, a really good opportunity for the kid. And he's showing that he deserves to be in that driver's seat right now. Keeping the momentum up pretty well. He might want to get a little bit more air, and speaking of air, there's a little bit right there. Trying to pull it into a wheelie, couldn't quite get it. The backflip ramp getting a little screwy on him right there, and he's going to pull that thing into a pretty nice save. That rear steer helping him out a lot right there. Setting him back down on all fours and letting him continue on with his run. Pulling a slap wheelie out of that Cletus truck and landing hard on that rear end after that right there. Pogo in that truck. That rear steer trying to give out right there, looked like on him. Get a little sideways coming down the ramp, and again onto 2 wheels, pulling it back down. A pretty good save, though. Oh, rear steer giving out again. He's riding a wheelie over on his side, and he's going to save that truck. Just had those wheels in the perfect position to bring it right back over onto all fours. And it looks like he is in trouble. It looks like his rear drive line just completely quit working. He only has front wheel drive right now. Colt Stevens did not want to see his freestyle end up like this. A hard landing, resulting in the truck just failing on him. He also has a popped right tire. There's not much else that he can do right here. Looks like he's just going to shove it into the backflip wall and not get anything out of it. That is going to be it for Colt Stevens. Sending the fans home happy right now. Everybody in Las Vegas is on their feet. They loved that run, and I hope you did too. Todd Leduc coming out here in Metal Militia. We're going to see what he can do. A former World Finals champion. He's coming out for his first hit. He's going to get some huge air. This little Leduc leap, people, coming out here for his next hit. Gonna get a little weird landing for the rear end right there. Gonna come up for his next hit. He's gonna get some pretty decent air, a little sideways in the air, gonna result in him getting a little bit onto 2 wheels, but pulling it back down on all fours. Todd Leduc been having a killer season. Won in St. Louis, a very close tiebreaker, as you can see. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it right now. It is crazy. The face-off between Cam McQueen and Todd Leduc is just uncomparable. And going into a nice save right before the backflip ramp right there. And it looks like he's just going to go straight into it. Hopefully it works out for him. Ripping that hood off and into some sidewalls and bringing it back down onto all fours. Todd Leduc knowing exactly when to step onto that throttle and power his way out of a save. Oh, trying to get a little bit of a reverse slap wheelie right there, I think. Onto 2 wheels again, gonna pull it back over. Going onto 2 wheels again, and gonna pull it back over again. A great save from Todd Leduc right there. Looks like he's going sideways one more time. He's really gotta gas it. He's been RII'd, but he did save the truck. So they're going to let him refire. Todd Leduc is having a killer run out here. That might have killed his momentum a little bit, being RII'd right there, but doesn't really seem to matter with the fans. Just matters what it seems to be on the judges. Pulling it into another save. Into another save after that save. Oh my gosh, Todd Leduc is just going crazy out here tonight for you fans. He's going for another backflip, landing it perfectly and setting him up. No, it's going to cost him as he went on the throttle just a little too long, bringing him over onto his lid. Todd Leduc not filling time completely, but having a really, really good run. Perpetual Destruction driven by Randy Brown out here tonight. Randy has not been on the BeamNG scene or the Rigs Abroad scene on the T.Ray channel at all, so it's really nice to see him here. He's going to be going for his first hit, usually representing Gravedigger, but getting some huge air in Perpetual Destruction right now. This is a custom truck made by the BeamNG community. Various colors. I chose the lime green, and he's putting that thing into a very nice wheelie. Gonna lose the flag right there. Onto two wheels. Randy Brown's going crazy. One of the last times you saw Randy Brown at a World Finals, he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Had a really good run that year. He's gonna be coming around for his next hit. Looks like he's gonna go for that wheelie bar right there. It's gonna send him a little bit sideways, but he's still gonna pull a wheelie out of it. Very nicely done. Getting a little bit on to tossing those wheels on the wheelie right there. It's going to go for some big air. It looks like a lot of people have been hitting this same exact jump. In the judges' eyes, they don't want to see the same thing over and over again. So he's got to do something else. Another jump that has been hit by a lot of people so far right there. Judges are going to want to see some variation, and this is some variation. You don't see that side get hit very often, and very hard landing on the rear end. Oh no, he's going to have to pull it out, and he does just that, losing the hood a little bit right there. Hood getting all up in his wheel, but he got it out without any damage. Very nicely done. And speaking of damage, there goes the truck and the left wheel. Left front wheel just completely broke off. The knuckle is destroyed. That truck is over. Randy Brown having a really good freestyle here, but it's probably not going to take the lead. Ryan Anderson coming out here in the creepy variation of the Grave Digger truck. We don't quite have a son of a digger truck yet, so we're going to have to throw him in this, but it's nice to have him here at the World Finals because I was sweating bullets trying to decide what truck to put him in. This is absolutely perfect for what we need. Ryan coming out here in the creepy variation of that Gravedigger truck. Going to get some pretty nice air for his first hit. He's going to get a hard landing out of that. The truck rebounding like crazy. Going to come around for his next hit. Over the cars, it looks like. Trying to ride a wheelie out, but that lip on the jump right there just kept him from doing that. Ryan getting some more big air. Another jump that we have not seen. The hood just ripping off of that truck right there. That only benefits the driver. The hood coming off makes it so much easier to see. It isn't even funny. Ryan's just going to go even harder out here tonight now. Over the car stack. He's onto two wheels, but that little divot right there just saved him a little bit. Oh, and then he pops that right rear tire. Into some trouble. He's just going to go right over the backflip ramp. Into trouble again, but he's going to save that truck with ease and keep on going with his run. Ryan Anderson is definitely one of the best in this sport today, and he just proved it again right there, pulling it into another great save. Thought he was going to go into some donuts right there after that save. Didn't quite do that. Instead, he's going to pull that thing into a wheelie and into another save. Ryan Anderson having a killer run out here for the World Finals. Definitely has a shot at it if he can do a couple more moves, and he has just enough time to do exactly that. Ryan's going to risk it all here, and it's going to cost him, it looks like. Keeping on the gas, he's been RII'd, and he's back down on all fours. They're going to let him refire. Backing up, his time has not started yet. The next hit will. What's he doing here? He's going to go reverse for that backflip ramp. One of his wheels flying off, RII'd. That is going to be it for Ryan Anderson. Trying to put a big wow factor in there for you guys, but just could not get that truck turned over at all on that backflip ramp right there. Very nice run from Ryan. Colton Eichelberger in that gold maximum destruction gonna come out here and tear up the track for you fans. All this BeamNG action is going crazy here tonight. There's been a lot of freestyles, a lot of saves, a lot of crazy moments, a lot of wow factors, just a lot of things. And we're going to keep on adding to those things right now with Colton Eichelberger coming out here onto the track, hitting his first couple hits and getting a little squirrely right there. Keeping it down on all fours. His dad has been teaching him everything he knows about driving, and Colton is picking up on it very well. He's going to go into another jump. It looks like on that left side, he's going to pull that thing back down onto all fours from that left side right there. Going to get some huge air off of that hit. I did not know how that was going to go. That truck staying together, even though it's taking some of the craziest hits of the night right there. Going to go for some huge air right here. Really airing that thing out. Another hard landing on the rear end after one of those big air jumps. Don't know why those trucks are just getting so tilted in the air right there. Colton trying to keep the momentum up here. It's really hard compared to what has already been laid down on the track. Pulling that thing into a very nice wheelie, just dragging that tailgate right across that little platform right there. Oh no, Colton's in trouble though. He's going to pull that thing into a very nice save though. Colton Eichelberger is going to keep going with his freestyle run. Pretty good on the momentum right there. I just heard something get damaged on his truck. That might be a suspension problem, but I don't think it is damaged enough to be RII. He's going to get into the wall right there. And he's going to flip it back over. A very nice save, keeping onto that throttle. Colton Eichelberger is coming up to this backflip ramp very hot right now, and he's going to pull a consecutive backflip. That is going to be the end of his run, but we just saw the first legitimate consecutive backflip we have seen on BeamNG ever on this channel. Very nicely done by Colton Eichelberger. Damon Bradshaw coming out here for one of his last freestyles on this channel. Very sad to say, but Damon is, as we all know, out of Monster Jam right now, and whenever the new paint scheme comes out for BeamNG, we're going to have to ditch Damon and put Todd Leduc in here. And it looks like Damon just got some pretty bad damage right off the bat on his truck on the rear suspension right there. Don't know what he's going to do about that. It looks like actually some of that damage just broke free, but he's going to walk an amazing stoppie all the way up that racing lane right there. Stuffing the truck right into the jump right there. Possibly hurting the front steering a little bit. Having a pretty killer run right off the bat though, into the wall a little bit. Going to get some really nice air off of that jump right there and power that thing into a wheelie. Classic Damon Bradshaw. He's going to save that truck. Very nicely done. Damon is a master of getting air. As we all know, we see him week in and week out giving some of the most massive air that we ever see. It's going to be sad to not see him anymore, especially at this World Finals. It's coming up, and whoa, what a save after that backflip. Very nicely done by Damon. Putting that thing into a wheelie, into trouble again, and he's going to pull out of it again. Damon Bradshaw definitely qualified to be taking home the gold here tonight. Putting down a very nice run, landing hard on that rear end right there. Damon's going to keep on going that backflip ramp, putting him into another great save. All these opportunities for saves he is taking and just destroying right now. Damon getting a little crossed up again. At this point, I think Damon gets crossed up on purpose. He's going to run into some trouble on the car right there. Looks like it caught his wheel. There's just too much damage. They're going to shut Damon off. That is too bad for Damon right there. Tough, tough break. We did not see that one coming right there. Dennis Anderson in Gravedigger coming out here. World Finals 16. You know you've been waiting for this freestyle practically this whole time. Dennis coming out with some huge air for his first hit. Losing the flag right away. Gravedigger been having some really bad luck at the World Finals these past few years. Just the year right before this one, he had a one-hit wonder, and that was one of the scariest crashes I've ever seen a monster truck do. Dennis coming out here trying to keep up the momentum. There's a lot that he has to make up right here if he wants any chance of winning. Looks like he might have a little bit of problems with the sway bars, but he's going for an early backflip, and he landed it perfectly right there. Jumping over that stack of cars. Looks like he's going to go for that ramp that's straight up right there. Into a wheelie. Very nice presence of mind to stab onto that throttle and get that thing straight up and down. He's going for another backflip, it looks like. And it's going to send him almost into a corkscrew right there. Dennis's rear steer giving out on him, putting him into a weird save. Nicely done right there. Not much of a save, more of a bounce. This is a save right there. That's what I call a save, baby. Dennis just keeping this thing going right here, putting it into reverse. Might deduct a little bit right there from his points, but not much. He's going to drag that tailgate all the way across the ground right there. Dennis pulling that thing out into another save. Looks like he's into the wall. Gonna have to reverse again, and he's gonna hit an obstacle though, so it will not count as a deduct. And he's gonna go into a crazy save. He's on a sidewall, reverse sidewalls, and he's gonna save it. Dennis Anderson coming out here, going crazy tonight, losing that right rear wheel, excuse me. And they're gonna RII him. Too much damage on the Gravedigger machine, but what an amazing save by Dennis Anderson. People are going to go home remembering that. Tom Ensign, Maximum Destruction. That chrome Maximum Destruction looking great out here tonight. He's going to come out here with a checkered flag hanging out confidently on the end of that truck. The last freestyle of the night. Going to air that thing out on that ramp right there. Pulling a nice wheelie down that ramp. It looks like he's already eyeballing Gravedigger. I was wondering when he was going to do it. They left him out on the track, and he's going to go into a save already. Maximum Destruction. Tom Metz getting into some trouble right there, but saving it as usual. What else can he do for us here? He always has something crazy for us. Into trouble. Looks like he's gonna... What? No, losing a wheel. Trying to save it. Not gonna be able to... Yes! Tom Metz putting that thing back over onto all three wheels, technically, in this case. Thomas just pulling the best save of the night as the last freestyle of the night. Best for last. Going into a reverse hit right here. I don't see him winning, but he definitely is going to take a wow factor from this. Oh my gosh, that save was just amazing. Tom Metz going into another save. Gonna put it back down and keep going with his run. On three wheels, Tom Metz can make this look easy. Going for his next hit. Oh man, get a little crossed up right there. Not exactly what he wanted to do right there, I don't think. Tom going on the two wheels of the three that he still has. And pulling that thing into another amazing save on three wheels. Maximum Destruction going crazy out here tonight for you fans. Getting some huge air right there. And it looks like he's going to stuff it into the backflip wall. No, he's going to actually get a backflip out of it. And cannot save it. That is going to be it for Tom Metz right there. Tom Metz almost completely filled his time. He was off by 10 seconds. If that just stole your heart, leave it in the comments section below.